Alright, so we have one of the practice questions from the Australian Maths Comp here, question 17. So getting a little bit trickier as you get towards question 17. But this one's not too bad, so we'll see how we go. Dan and Jane each have a measuring tape of length 1 metre, but Dan got his stuck in a door and it extended by 4 centimetres, so it's now 1 metre and 4. And Jane left hers in a pocket and it shrank when she put it through the wash, and it's now 5 centimetres shorter than it was. So it says 1 metre, but it's only 95 centimetres. Conveniently for this question, the centimetre marks on both tapes remained evenly distributed. Yes, coincidence, I know, but that's good. It makes it a workable problem. So they measure something in the schoolyard. Dan noted that the length was 23.75 metres. What length will Jane get when she measures it? So how would we go about doing that? Hold my pen the right way around, my stylus, and I might have more luck. There we go. So if we think about Dan's tape measure, his tape measure has been stretched a little bit. So the actual measurement is going to be longer than the distance he measures it. How much longer is the question? Well, we had 1 metre of actual length is actually, 1 metre on Dan's length. Oh, I've got that the wrong way around. So you've got to be careful with these ones. Actual, and here we have Dan's. 1 metre on Dan's is actually 1.04 metres of actual length. Now, we don't like all these decimals, so 100 to 104. What I've really got there is 25 is to 26. You can see 4 goes into 125 times 4 goes into 104, 26 times. So because it got stretched and extended by 4 centimetres, when he measures a metre, it's actually a metre 4. So the distance is 26/25 of what he measures. So in this case, where we've got 23.75, so we've got the distance of 23.75, the actual distance that he measured is 23.75, 23.75 metres, multiplied, it's got to be longer than that, doesn't it? It's got to be 1/25 longer, so multiplied by 26 over 25. Alright, not so bad so far. If we want to actually simplify that and figure out what the actual distance is, we might as well. Now, I like working in fractions, so this is going to be over 4. Here we've got the 26 over 25. And that's 3/4, and that's 80, and 12 is 92 plus 3. So we've got 95 quarters of a metre times 26 over 25. I could simplify that, but I'm going to leave it for the moment because let's see what happens when we consider Jane's tape measure. Now, on Jane's tape measure, when she measures 1 metre, the actual distance is only 0.95 metres. You can see that when she measures a metre, it's really only 95 centimetres because her tape measure is shorter. So if we put that into a ratio again, what are we going to have? Again, let's get rid of these decimals. Let's make this 100 centimetres, 95. Oh, okay. Well, that's 20 is to 19, or 19 is to 20 actual to Jane's distance. So once I know an actual distance, to get what it would be on Jane's tape measure, I've got to multiply it by 20/19. Well, we can do that then. So Jane's distance, what it's going to show on her tape measure, is the actual distance multiplied by 20 over 19. Well, conveniently, we've got the actual distance up here, don't we? So on Jane's tape measure, we're going to have 95 over 4 multiplied by 26 over 25, and then we're going to have that multiplied by 20 over 19, and you'll see now why I didn't want to simplify everything straight away, and why you don't really need calculators to do most of our maths if we just get comfortable working with fractions. Let's have a look here. 19 goes into itself once and into 95 5 times. Now look, 4 is going to go into 20 5 times, Oh, look, I've got a 25 on the bottom and 2 5s on the top. 5 by 5 is 25, so they go into 25 once each. And you can see that the actual distance, well, the distance that we're going to get on Jane's tape measure is 26 metres. So the answer to that one is D. That's not the only way to do that one. There are other ways. You could have just found how you convert from one to the other one and done it that way. But working with fractions usually makes it easy on these non-calculator questions. So not a bad way to go about it. All right, I'll see you in the next video. I hope that helps. Cheers.